You might find this hard to believe, but I can remember back to a moment when I was 2. It was because I had a very traumatic experience. I can remember being in the hospital. It was in Midland, Ontario. It was a great big room with windows all around, and I was in a crib beside the entrance door to the room. The moment of memory was when my mother was leaning over the crib, and all of a sudden, she was gone out the door and left me all alone. I was abandoned. It was just a moment, but it has stayed with me all my life. My next early memory was when I was about 4 years old, and I was playing in the street at Eleanor Avenue, and I was tied to the porch with a rope to my sunsuit called a jodhpur. Surviving down through the years, I have the original bill of my birth at the Salvation Army Grace Hospital in Toronto, and itemized invoice, no less. Apparently, I cost $75. In 1933, the beds were $3 a night. Total, $48 for 16 days. 20 linseed poultices at 20 cents each. Operating room cost $10. My mother and I were in there for 16 days, for a total of $72. Times were tough, I guess, because my family never paid the bill. Years later, as a youngster, any time I was bad, my mother threatened to take me back to the hospital because I wasn't paid for.
Then there was the time I got run over by a car. I was 8 and I was going to school, and a car making a right turn off Oakwood Avenue ran over my foot as I got to the curb. I tripped and fell nose first into the cement ridge where the road and sidewalk meet. The driver stopped the car, picked me up, I was covered in blood, and drove me down to the fire hall for first aid.
I wasn't that badly hurt, but there was a lot of blood because I landed on my nose. After a lot of bandages were applied, the driver took me home, and this is what I remember most. My mother opened the door, and with all the bandages, she didn't recognize me, and she said, "That's not my son." I was crushed. I thought she didn't want me anymore because I was damaged. I didn't like my brother when I was young. He was 5 years older. He and the neighborhood friends used to play soldier and make a fort underneath our next-door neighbor's veranda. We wore stripes made out of paper that we pinned to our clothing that denoted our rank.
I was mad at my brother because he never promoted me. He was a captain, and I never ever got to be more than a private. But after we got older, we became best friends.